Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I know it's been a little bit of a hiatus for me in terms of content. Been, with the start of the school year and traveling some tournaments, things have been a little bit crazy. So we do have the new Phaze AI here today. I'm going to be comparing it with the other symmetric Pearl in the line that a lot of people have been really loving. That's the Optimum Idol Pearl today. Got a fresh house shot here. It's got like just a few shots of practice on it. I love what I see from the Phaze AI so far. I'm probably going to be releasing this video first. I was going to mention something about a tournament that I had just bowled, but I think this is going to come first, and then the tournament recap's going to come after. So just a little sneak peek. I bowled a tournament called Torneo de la Raza in Costa Rica with a bunch of friends. It's a pretty prestigious event from what I understand, and it did not disappoint. I was able to Phaze AI was pretty much the only ball that I could throw while I was out there. So you're gonna see a recap, a little vlog that we made while I was out there of me throwing that ball, and it did me pretty well while I was out there, so I've been impressed. Couldn't wait to get home to make this video for you guys with this comparison. These balls end up actually being pretty similar, which is something I wasn't expecting to see, but we are going to try and spot some of the differences here today. Enough of the talking. Let's go throw some shots. I'll talk you through those, and then we'll do a little recap at the end like usual. Let's go see what we find out. All right. Threw a few shots with the Phaze AI to start here in practice, so we're going to see how this looks. And we'll throw the Optimum Idol Pearl after. Oh, that's a start. All right, could have just been me sitting there for a little bit between shots. So definitely going to move off of that stone 9 because that ball continued pretty well. There we go. Much better. All right, a little 2-board move there. Let's try that again. Looked pretty good. Love the shape this ball makes. Can't beat that, man. The ball just faces up so well. So with my symmetric pearls, I don't usually go pin down like this, but I have a lot of experience with these Phaze cores, and for me, they roll a lot better with a pin below the fingers, so we'll get into the layout a little bit later, but that's what you're looking at. A little wide, and woo, that hooked instantly. All right, so the pin down is a little bit of a lower flaring layout, so we got a larger pin buffer. So really usually helps blend the back of the pattern out, and with pearls that are so erratic, I have a hard time throwing them. Let's move a little left here. Oh, it's to the dry early again. Blended it good. So, was probably still a little too far right before. That last one looked like I was in a sweet spot. So, without moving, let's try that again. There it is. That's the ball reaction you're looking for. Now remember, this doesn't mean I recommend pin down for everybody. My rev rate's a little higher, so the lower flaring layouts help me. Pin down stuff, if you need a little help, pin up is going to help you out, give you a little more flare. It's in the oil, dealt with it good. Let's try one more here. Last one went through the prints pretty well, so let's see if we can just replicate that. Oh, ring 10. Let's change balls. All right, not moving. Going straight into the Optimum Pearl. So this one's got Micro Tracks Pearl on it. Don't forget, it's stronger cover. You can just kind of see that ball just dig in a little bit earlier. Can't remember exactly, but I think I compared the Optimum Pearl with the Harsh Reality Pearl because I have them very similar, but Harsh Reality Pearl being asymmetric obviously gives a little bit of a different dynamic. But you can just, you can just see how that ball just kind of slows down a little bit sooner. Now, it's not as erratic down lane, but the fact that it doesn't get, it's not going to get past the break point just because of how strong that Pearl cover is. I know you guys aren't here for an Optimum Idol Pearl video though, so one or two more with it here. Let's try and test its boundaries. It's going to move a little left. See how this looks, to left. Try and circle the lane a little bit. Yeah, you can just tell it's just not getting through that front part of the lane as easy as that Phaze was. So it's losing a lot of that pop earlier, causing the ball to face up a little sooner. All right, so without moving, I think I can afford to throw this ball a little bit faster. Now, it might not shape as much, but so we might flat 10 here, but let's see what we got. We're going to throw this one a little harder. Wow. Still not hard enough. The ball is just overall stronger. Yeah. One more with the Phaze AI. From the same spot we just 9-pinned with the Optimum Idol. See if we can spot the major difference here. See if this one clears the front a little better. Yeah. We can't end on that. All right, one more. Keep the camera going just in case we make it. Oh, it's got a chance. Oh! Okay, so threw that one a little bit faster and it was a little in. I like the location. I like keeping the ball in there as I get left. So we're just going to try and not throw it through it. Just let the ball shape. That looks good. There it is, the big difference. Let's talk about it. All right, so I was able to throw some shots there, and obviously we see some major differences, right? First of all, layout does make a big difference, I'm not gonna lie. I do plan on having a future video out with me throwing the AI with my pin up and pin down layout. I did order two, just haven't drilled the one with the pin up yet because haven't really needed it outside of the video, and I definitely wanted to get this out first before we go ahead and start doing the comparisons with the layouts. As for the two bowling balls, I mentioned this in a lot of my other videos, and I think it's really important that I still hammer it home. Working in a pro shop, I'm sure those of you that also work in a pro shop hear it all the time, right? I need a symmetric pearl, I need an asymmetric pearl, and we classify bowling balls by what they are and not what they're made of. And what I mean by that is there's different strengths of pearl, right? The core numbers matter, okay? So obviously, idle numbers, bigger core. This Optimum Idol Pearl, Micro Tracks Pearl, it's got a bigger cover stock on it. So it's gonna be a pearl that's gonna hook more. For me, somebody with my hand, a ball like that is gonna be a little bit more niche than a ball like the Phaze AI would be. And I think what makes the Phaze AI so great, in comparison with other bowling balls in that same vicinity, is the same thing that I think has made the Phaze 2 a mainstay for as long as it's been, is that we give it that benchmark title. And Phaze 2, Ion Pro, IQ Tour, some of the best benchmarks that have ever been made. Some of the best first ball out of your bag that you can possibly ever come up with. So the fact that now we have a Pearl version of this Phaze 2 that everybody's grown to love, that feels like just a literal Pearl version of it, which is what it is. Obviously with the AI core added on, so the Phaze 2 does not have the AI core with it, but it just feels like the perfect bridge that's, you know, been missing in terms of like what's the Pearl to go to after the Phaze 2. So the Phaze 2 being a solid really kind of lends itself more to keeping your angles in front of you, whereas once you have to kind of open the lane up a little bit, now some people have the ability to with a solid ball like that. Maybe they polish it, maybe they give it a different layout, who knows. But solid bowling balls are not meant to be extremely angular down lane, and when you lose hitting power by kind of moving in and covering more boards, that's just generally what a solid ball is meant to do. So for a while, you know, we had the Phaze 3, the Phaze 4, the Phaze 5, we had hybrids and pearls, a lot of different attempts, but I think they finally got this one, you know, dead on the money. Just in terms of Phaze 2, maybe starting to lose a little bit of hitting power. Pearl version, just keep moving left, and now, you know, well, righties move left, lefties move right. Just keep moving in, and you're not going to lose any hitting power. So you guys are going to see it coming up. This tournament that I went to, even for a pin down ball, lower flaring like this, the fact that I was way left, I was chucking it. I mean, 20 miles an hour, 21 miles an hour. I had never bowled overseas before, so it was a brand new experience for me. You're going to see it. Maybe I'll put like a clip in or two. I was on national TV 3 times, which was also really interesting. Shout out to all my friends that I met out there. I would name all of you, but I made so many new connections and met so many new friends that it was truly a great experience. So enough about that. That's for a future video. As for today, I just can't really tell you how much I love this Phaze AI. It's probably going to be in my league bag for a while. You guys, if you enjoy the Phaze 2, IQ Tour, if you enjoy the Ion Pro, it's going to be in that same general vicinity of strength. It's just you're going to use it at a different time. You know, it's a little bit, you know, it's going to be a step up from your Ion Pros. You're going to be able to open the lane up a little bit more. It's going to turn the corner a little bit better. It's going to get those 6s out. Whereas you saw the Optimum Idol Pearl, 4 pins, the 9 pins, it was a little too diggy for what I was bowling on. So I'm not sure if that ball is necessarily for me for a house pattern, but for people with a lower rev rate, maybe a little bit of a higher ball speed, something like that would be a little bit better. So Phaze AI works for me. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I got 2 new jersey designs. So this is the first reveal of the new one. Absolutely love this one. The other one is, I don't know what the next video is going to be. So you'll be able to catch that one hopefully sometime soon. Thank you to all my sponsors. Storm Bowling, as always. I mean, best brands in the business, bar none. I have no doubt. Compass Sportswear. You guys can go ahead and check it out on the back right here. Compass, Fancy, Walter Ray. Walter Ray was just named PBA 60 Player of the Year. Shocker, the GOAT named the Player of the Year. So Compass, Storm, obviously. You guys have been watching a Scott Anderson Bowling production. Appreciate all of you guys as always. And as you know it, bowl up a storm.